joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey. Move out my way.
No way we can ever support this guy to be in such an important role. And so if it takes speaking at a Democratic convention to beat him, to get my party back, to get my country back, then so be it. That's what I'm willing to do.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of JPU, Jamaica Politics Uncovered. I have some things that I want to bring to you tonight. It's a little after 9 p.m. We don't normally come on this time. It is after 8 p.m. in Jamaica, so I hope that people are still awake. Anyway, rock and come over here, so let us have a chat, guys, because it is getting a little ridiculous now. There is fear, there is panic, there is fear-mongering. I'm going to let you hear what some people had to say today, including financial analyst, Mr. Chung. Yes, and I'm going to also show you some data where Jamaica's economic status and IMF status are concerned. So, if you're just joining, please come in, hit the like button, make sure that you share the live with somebody, and let us have a little late night chat, if you will. Let me see who they here. Miss Cindy, thank you for joining. Miss Shay, Millicent, Carol, Julius, welcome back. The moderator will soon come, I hope, yes. So guys, want to know yesterday was the breaking news about Dr. Nigel Clarke, who was picked to sit on the IMF. That was big news all across the financial world, big news all across mainstream media, local media, social media. It was trending yesterday. And I want you to hear what two people had to say. Yesterday, I told you guys that Dr. Peter Phillips came out and congratulated Nigel and spoke in a more mature tone than the rest of the People's National Party. We have yet to hear anything from Mark Golding, the leader of the opposition, which is very shameful. And those who are speaking, those we call, I don't know if you can call them bottom feeders, but they have no seat. They lost their seats. They have nothing. They're just there, just appointed by their friend for helping them do, things that are immoral. So Dayton Campbell has no seat, and he's the main voice out there speaking for the People's National Party. And I'm going to let you hear what he has to say. For now, I'll take him off the screen, and I'll show you real quick. The person who's supposed to be replacing Dr. Clarke as a member of parliament is his councillor. That is the son of the former MP. He was supposed to go in there in 2018, but after meetings, he decided to step aside. So he is going to be up next to go into the by-election for the seat. So I want to also show you that I was very happy today to see about 100 or so buses for the new school year. So that's good news, guys. We don't bring just the bad news. We bring the good news over here as well, because that is important. I didn't get the photograph of that, but these buses are wheelchair accessible. So it makes it easy for disabled people. The lady you're looking at there, she's in a wheelchair. So it makes it easy for disabled people to get access to public transportation. I think that's very good. Very important. That's nice. And as you can see, Prime Minister, Finance Minister, Minister of Transport. That's where you go. Daryl Vaz, yes. So that's just a little bit of what has been happening. I want you to hear what Mr. Chung had to say first, and then I will let you hear what the other rest of people in have to say. Because it don't really make sense. We just bring it because we have to bring it, to make you hear what everybody has say. But in the real sense of the word, and the people them without caliber. You know what I say? All right. Because see if the moderator reach. Moderator, thank you so much for joining. I knew you would come. You would come over. Fitzroy, Julius. Yeah, man. Everybody big up on yourself. Let me see. Give me a second there, guys. Let me just get something phone here. So, what are you guys thinking? It's been about 24 hours now since we hear, about Nigel's promotion. So, wanna think, I'm surprised at the panic when I hear, Kind of surprised at it. But not really, Let me see what you guys are saying. Guys, please give the live a thumbs up if you're just joining. Most of what I see in the media today is people still saying, wow, that's nice for Jamaica. They're kind of approaching it like, it's good for the country. It's good representation for the country and stuff forth and so on. Me not really hear nobody come off too negative. Honest to God. It's just a little fry them over the opposition side. The one them when I not see it. You understand? So for me still it still is a positive thing. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. I also want you to see what our status is with the IMF. Jamaica joined the IMF. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Jamaica joined the IMF in 1964. Moderator, was it 1964? Tell me if I'm wrong or I'm right. Panic from who? Panic from the PNP and the Risers Culture. Yeah, man, them same one. Them in a panic. When it, I don't know anybody with appearance over here. Uno remember when time, uno picnic them did small. And you tell your picnic say, yeah, go somewhere. And they start get anxiety and panic. They know why you go with them a hold on for your clothes. I saw the opposite. I saw me know say Nigel was doing a good job, Because if Nigel was not doing a good job, nobody would have cared. Nobody, not a soul would have cared, say my go away. But when you hear them say things like, them uncertain about the future of Jamaica's economy. It sounds like say boy, they must say, Jesus, who go do the work now? Who go secure we now? You know what them way there, guys? I saw them make it a sound. So me say, but wait. If them feel that way and them now say good riddance, that means Nigel was doing a damn good job then. You understand? So me surprised at the panic and when them a tell one and two lies same way. I go show on them. Me show you something. You see that girl here? That girl here with it on your screen. Let me move this out of the way. That girl here where you see on your screen. Our name on Facebook is Vivacious Terry. And I'm showing you her because She's one of them who carry out the propaganda and a tell lie. She runs a page. I'm going to show you the name of the page. She runs a page was supposed to be for Dayton Campbell / PNP. Dayton and she used to there. And she did find out that Dayton in a one in a relationship and go for got choke off in a one banana grung. Mad out. Right? So she kind of, what I call it now? You know them people, you know them woman they were frightened of a man? All man went off for them one. I she that. Let me show you the page where she run. She run the page when them Jamaicans over here. So, and as you can see, let me move her something up on the bottom of this. As you can see, she have Dayton Campbell and Cartel and the Jamaican them are run pan sitting. She have the page over there run about 3 years now. Yes, about 3 years now. From Dayton lose him seat, at this she go do for try prop him up. That's her job on social media, is to try and make Dayton look good, but it not work. Now, me see she post this over there today. Dr. Nigel Clarke gone left the work like the teacher them. A trouble shot try start, you know. I try tell like on Nigel Clarke say him a run left work and make it look like say boy. Nothing now go on and him never satisfied with him work. Are the propagandist them. You understand? This is the picture we should have up over the page. I represent Dayton, but most people don't know say she run it, but me know say she run it because I know when she started the page. As a matter of fact, me and her used to blog. But I don't nothing with them because, and that's been the case for years, like 4 years. I don't talk to those people anymore because them too lie and wicked. I'm in a lie and wicked, so me and them could have never mesh. You understand? But that is why she came into our focus tonight. So the lies that she over there tell, she now the comment over there attack one bag of things and let me make on the hear what the waste boy say. Let me see it here. Here you guys.
Juncture for our country. Dr. Clarke's departure comes at a critical juncture for our country as we face serious economic challenges, including the spiraling cost of living and the negative growth impact of the recent hurricane. The timing of Dr. Clarke's departure also brings into question the government's ability and commitment to addressing the ongoing economic burdens facing the Jamaican people. We are constrained to ask whether his move at this time signals the abandonment of a sinking ship, leaving the Jamaican population to grapple. We urge the government to provide immediate clarity on the transition plan for the Ministry of Finance, how it intends to manage the current economic pressures, and what strategies will be employed to mitigate the impact on the most vulnerable in the society.
Guys, me hear say a bunting write this and give it time to put it out. Only know say anytime I talk about them people there, me always write. Because me always talk facts. See him like comedy tell me say a Peter Bunting write Mark Golding's budget speech. What want say happen? The next day, Peter Bunting got the Senate him carry the speech and say him want to finish it because Mark Golding walk out from out of the parliament when him attack the speaker in his speech. So, credible source told me it's Peter Bunting who wrote that and tell Dayton to go talk it. But why Bunting never talk it? He's in the Senate. Dayton no they know we're not in the Senate, not in the parliament. He's the general secretary who Mark Golding appointed because he helped him destroy the PNP. Right? So when I really take them for them opinion, you know, when I really give credence, sorry, for them opinion because we know what them is about. They're basically in desperation mode wanting to farm the government. And let me tell you something about these people. You can't believe me if you don't want to. You see like how Donald Trump want revenge from people. If him farm government, are the same thing them wicked people have to do. Me just tell you now. Revenge, you can't them get worse than what they were in 2019 because they've become desperate. They have no regard for truth and what is right. So these are not people who are stable-minded. You understand? Now let us make it hear what Mr. Chung had to say. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Chung is a financial analyst. He's been talking about Jamaica's economy forever. I used to listen to him. I've been listening to him on the economy from about 2012 or so. But in this article today on IRFM, he says that Nigel's departure will not disrupt Jamaica's economy. And it's common sense, guys, because, and I like say, because Nigel will leave October 31st, everything we him do I go reverse. I'm going to take everything we him did I do with him, go to Washington. That's not how it works. When you put these policies in place, they're there for a while, just like how Dr. Phillips did what he did and Nigel came in and built on it. Nigel didn't come and disrupt it or try to reverse it. And that's what successive governments do, good ones. You come in, whatever good was being done, you continue it and try to build on it. That's how countries develop, and that's how countries are built, right? So now, this is Mr. Chung's profile, guys, and I'm just showing you this in case you don't know him, just to say that he's qualified to speak, and he's been speaking, as I've said, on the economy for a long time. He's a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Jamaica. He holds a Bachelor of Science and Master of Science degrees in accounting from the University of the West Indies, 87 and 89, and completed a certified public accounting exam in the state of California in 1990. So he's been around for a while. So let me let you hear what he said. Hold on.
They obviously have the proper fiscal policies in place. So, no new taxes for 8 years now. We have a focus on bringing down the debt to GDP ratio and ensuring that we have an adequate fiscal surplus in place. So I think they've been managing well, and that in turn helps us to manage our exchange rate and our inflation rate. When we have something like that in place, the separation between the BOJ and the finance ministry is important. All those are policy initiatives which is not done by one person. So I don't think that with Dr. Clarke leaving that will have any disruptions to policy. What is going to be very important is that the person who replaces Dr. Clarke is someone that speaks with credibility and people have confidence in, because once that is in place, then I don't think that we're even going to notice that Dr. Clarke has left.
Want to hear what Mr. Chung just said? What Nigel Clarke did is set in stone, right? But what's important, he said, is the person who is going to replace him, whether they're going to have the confidence of the people, right? And whether they have the right qualification for the job, right? So that's important. And I think Mr. Chung has more credibility to speak, and he has more people. He has the confidence of more people than these riffraff people where the PNP have out there talk damn foolishness and I spread propaganda. Nobody now listen to them there. But me just have to incorporate them into my content tonight to show you guys the low quality of the current opposition. You guys, if you weren't here last night, you can go back to our program last night where you would have heard Dr. Peter Phillips commented on the appointment. And you also would have heard the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, and how she congratulated Dr. Clarke, and how she talked about how this has been a testament to the talent that comes from the Caribbean, And most of these leaders in the Caribbean, guys, they've gone abroad to get their education and them something, and then go back to serve their country, because that is how our system set up for a long time, right? When the British them come colonize we in a Jamaica, remember the first time when you say you got university or you got you, if you're in the Caribbean, your degree used to come from England. Your degree used to come from England. It's just a few decades ago where when you get your degree, it would say it come from your country. If you decide to go the major university, which is UWI, in the region. So a lot of our bright people in the Caribbean, they will get opportunities to go to England, our colonizers, to go and get higher education or graduate degrees. You understand? Yes. So want to think about what Mr. Chung just said. I mean, it's common sense. We know what the people them we are trying to stoke fear and make it seem like the sky is coming down because this man decided to, climb the ladder, if you will. Let me read some of your comments and then we'll move on because I want to show you guys some stuff. Dayton Campbell is just bad mind. Lord God, bad mind is an understatement. The boy, he ain't not good enough. Somebody call him a educational dunce or something like that. I don't know. IMF must be laughing at Dayton Campbell. I know IMF alone a laugh. What about people who are closer to us in the region? People like Prime Minister Motley. I know Dennis Chung personally, well-educated man. I know him from back in 1988. Yeah, man, Donovan, he's been around for a while. He was very vocal, actually, during the Portia administration, especially when Jamaica did another financial problem there. As a matter of fact, before that, from 2011, and I'm gonna show you guys the stuff. I hope I brought it in the studio. Hold on. About the IMF. So the IMF, there are 190 countries that are members of the IMF, including China. As you can see here, let me just move this off the screen. Hold on, guys. As you can see here, China became a member of the IMF since 1945. The 190 countries also include Jamaica. There are only 7 countries that are non-members, and these countries are Cuba, North Korea, and some other countries. But because of the politics and the history, you guys, I'm assuming, are smart enough to know why these countries are not members of the IMF. For example, with the Vatican City, they have their own bank, them do them own thing. And know the history with Cuba, know say North Korea, them people, they're isolation people for a long time, and so forth. Right? And Liechtenstein, that country is very, very wealthy, very, very wealthy. And they've been very independent for a very long time. And how they do their thing financially. I think it's one of the happiest countries in the world. And they have a very small population. I think the population is like 40,000 or something. And the people are very involved in the decisions of their lawmakers. They have a royal family, I believe. And I think that royal family, they don't just sit down and take from the people or dictate to the people. They work. They are like they perform like they perform like normal politicians, like normal people. They may come like the one them in England. So Jamaica's status with the IMF right now, Jamaica last borrowed from the IMF on March 2nd, 2023, when IMF approved over 1.7 billion in funds to help the country protect itself from inflation, climate change, and other challenges. Guys, as you know, under this administration, they've had to deal with quite a bit, from the pandemic to natural disasters and all sorts of things. We don't know that if you've been watching. The funds were approved under the precautionary and liquidity line and the resilience and sustainability facility. The PLL funds are intended to provide insurance against global risks, while the RSF funds are intended to help strengthen Jamaica's resilience to climate change and transition risks. Hold on, I think I wanted to show you guys something else. Yeah. So Jamaica has received financial support from the IMF on several occasions in the past. Starting in 2010, the debt exchange. Then in 2011, the IMF supported program that went off track. I'm sure you guys remember that. The PNP used that as a campaign strategy to go into government. You guys remember that when they were talking about how the JLP defaulted with the IMF and stuff. Now in 2013, extended fund facility. 2016, as I just said, the precautionary standby arrangement with Jamaica. No, I didn't talk about this just now. Sorry. The precautionary standby arrangement which Jamaica weaned itself off of that year, which was good. That's when this administration came in. 2020, emergency financial assistance of about US 520 million to help meet balance of payments needs caused by COVID pandemic, and so on. So this should give you a pretty good idea of our status with IMF, right? So I heard a few people today talking about what has Nigel done? What has been Nigel's contribution? What made him qualified? They were talking as if there's some kind of conspiracy theory with him and the IMF. I don't know them go on already. But as my platform is, may I give you the information. Mr. Clarke has been Jamaica's Minister of Finance and Public Service and a Member of Parliament since 2018 March. Prior to this, he served as Ambassador of Economic Affairs from 2016. During this period, he spearheaded ambitious national reforms, including central bank independence, creation of an independent fiscal commission, as well as other tax policies, public body governance, public procurement, public sector compensation, and public investment management reforms. He also led Jamaica's economic policy response to the COVID-19 pandemic with innovative and well-targeted policy support and completed privatizations and public-private partnership of major infrastructure assets. Under his stewardship, Jamaica implemented a multi-layered disaster risk financing model and became the first small country to independently sponsor a catastrophic bond with World Bank assistance. In 2023, Jamaica successfully completed its first ever international issue of a local currency denominated bond. So Nigel did all right. Guys, remember I said Jamaica, the first country in the region will fully recover and open up back with the COVID, Remember I said Jamaica is the only country in the region who had the most tourists come visit it after the COVID-19 pandemic. Remember the region suffered severely and dearly after the COVID pandemic. So if we should look at everything comprehensively, we will understand that these people who are calling down doom and gloom upon the country and I tell lie upon the country and I tell lie upon Nigel. You know, we see them people are just in our mode of desperation and panic. Me feel sorry for them, you know. Honest to God. Me feel sorry for them because what can people like Dayton Campbell say to criticize the government and criticize Nigel Clarke after the people them vote him out? More somebody tell me. After Dayton Campbell lose him seat by over 2,000 votes, the people them never vote him out by 1 or 2 or 32. They vote him out by over 2,000 votes. That means them a tell us say there should be no ambiguity, no mistake, no guess and spell. Them a vote him out intentionally. What can he say about Nigel? Or what can he say about the economy? What does he know about the economy? If he knew anything, he would have won a seat. How can these people ever talk to anybody and talking at anybody's face? So that me not understand. They're not a moral authority. The only thing these people know for doing, guys, is to bring down each other. Them a crab in a barrel. That's the only thing they're good at. And this is why you see people like Dr. Phillips, Lisa Hanna, and other people within them party, them either leave or they're just silent because they don't want to be associated with them. They don't want to be associated with them. So what can Dayton Campbell say? He's talking about him a fret or him a panic because Nigel will go away and when say hold on, me play it again because I don't want to tell a lie upon him. Him a talk about Hurricane Beryl. Him not say the people them are the fundraiser and everything else for try and remedy the situation. None of them cause a disaster. But them are do what they can as a developing country. So what is he talking about?
Dr. Clarke's departure comes at a critical juncture for our country as we face serious economic challenges, including the spiraling cost of living and the negative growth impact of the recent hurricane.
The cost of living, guys, is not just Jamaica, it's a worldwide thing. Cost of living, when you talk about basic things like food, everybody are complaining. From the pandemic, cost of living gone up where food is concerned, where housing is concerned. Right now in America, there is a huge housing shortage. That's one of the things that Kamala Harris and the Democrats are running on. So from the COVID-19 pandemic, there has been, unfortunately, higher cost of living. We can only do what we can do as a developing country. And to be honest, I would have rather take a chance with the government where they don't know than to take a chance we don't know. Honest to God, it don't make sense. All you not do are criticize. You not talk. That me not under. You think me could not criticize you about something? Me not tell you. Say, look here. If I did me that do it that way here. As a patriot. That means that nobody can come say, all you do are criticize. I would have tell you. This is what you ought to be doing.
The timing of Dr. Clarke's departure also brings into question the government's ability and commitment to addressing the ongoing economic burdens facing the Jamaican people.
Ability and commitment. The government and the finance minister, they have demonstrated ability and commitment for as long as they've been doing their job. Nothing's changed. What is he talking about?
We are constrained to ask whether his move at this time signals the abandonment of a sinking ship.
The only abandonment of a sinking ship is the ship was sink down a St. Anne where Dayton Campbell lose him seat. Everything sink down there. Losing seat by 2,000 votes. The people them sink him. And them carry this sinking ship come at the PNP headquarters for sit down about General Secretary. And that are the sinking ship what Dayton for worry about. Jamaica is no sinking ship. And these are the lies that they tell on the country. And this is why the people them who say them in the diaspora a stage demonstration upon Jamaica in Washington, where Nigel Clarke is going to work in October 31st. And where them say them go Florida and them go this and that, go demonstrate. Be a lie them walk and tell upon the country. But we the truth tellers are out here.
Leaving the Jamaican population to grapple. We urge the government to provide immediate clarity on the transition plan for the Ministry of Finance, how it intends to manage the current economic pressures, and what strategies will be employed to mitigate the impact on the most vulnerable in the society.
Now, if Dayton Campbell did have sense, and if he was a person who reads, he would have gone and looked at what the policy and programs are that are there that Nigel Clarke was working with. Nigel Clarke cannot carry them with him. He cannot lift them up and put them on his head and carry go Washington with him. They are there. So what Dayton Campbell needs to do is go and do some reading. And I'm sure he can request this information from the ministry and from the government. And stop come out and talk damn foolishness. And this is why I'm glad me catch that piece here from IRA FM with Mr. Chung talk.
They obviously have the proper fiscal policies in place. So, no new taxes for 8 years now. We have a focus on bringing down the debt to GDP ratio and ensuring that we have an adequate fiscal surplus in place. So I think they've been managing well, and that in turn helps us to manage our exchange rate and our inflation rate. When we have something like that in place, the separation between the BOJ and the finance ministry is important. All those are policy initiatives which is not done by one person. So I don't think that with that and Clarke leaving, that will have any disruptions to policy. What is going to be very important is that the person who replaces Dr. Clarke is someone that speaks with credibility and people have confidence in, because once that is in place, then I don't think that we're even going to notice that Dr. Clarke has left.
I'm not understand with some people. Them have a saying, where say, cow never know the use of him tail until him lose it. When Nigel Clarke is in Jamaica, acting as the finance minister, I have seen these people come out and them verbally abuse him, them cuss him, them tell lie upon him, them talk about how incompetent he is. And now the man get a work and a leave now. Them a behave like say their mama go well left them. Or their father go well left them. Yes, you remember when them all talk about him and SSL. To them I tell somebody say the whole SSL thing. Nigel never have to open him up about SSL, because Nigel is the finance minister of the country. SSL problem is for the police, MOCA, FID, who is the financial investigators where criminal activities are concerned, and the FSC. And them the people they're supposed to attack on SSL. Nigel now have nothing to do with SSL, and him should even come out and open him up about SSL. That's not within his job capacity. Criminal activities are going over SSL and they need oversight. FSC, police and financial investigators should have come out and speak. Let me tell you the truth. If I did me like Nigel and me get a work at the IMF, me that take it and leave without question. As a matter of fact, we know say Nigel did not apply for the job. He did not seek the job. But if I did me in a Nigel shoes, me have to look the work, you know. Me did have to look the work. And you know why? When you look at what the politics of Jamaica is today, when you have people like these talking in your face in politics in Jamaica, when you say Dr. Phillips stop going to parliament, when you say people like Lisa Hanna is leaving the politics, and you have to be interacting with, you know, these kind of people. Me da leave. Honestly, me da leave. Cause me can't take cockroaches, you know. And when Nigel go to Washington, carry him family and go Washington, go work, him going to be respected. Him going to be treated decent. Him going to have a nice place to live. I am absolutely certain of that. He will have a nice home to live, nice community, nice working environment. Me da go. Me da take it. Yeah, because the Jamaica politics right now, it is too tribalistic. It has become dangerous. The character assassination, your reputation. You know, imagine you go to school for all those years and decades, and for say you're in a one political environment now where there's nothing but liars, character assassins, people who have no regard for things like truth. And they recruit the worst among us to put on social media to tell lie on people and talk one bag of damn foolishness. And when them a walk and sleep with them a gal yeah, and them put on social media for come tell lie on people. Me woulda left. I swear to God, me woulda left. Call me unpatriotic, but you know what? Nigel already served this country. No doubt about that. Him serve him country and him pay him dues and him do him time. So whether I want to leave now or I want to leave when before election call, after election, it does not matter. The way the politics is in Jamaica today and right now, it is the worst we've seen in a very, very long time. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. And that's just the truth. Let me read some of the comments and see. He hasn't gone to parliament in a very long time. And right now, me hear say from a good source, me hear say them a cuss him because him come out and talk and congratulated Nigel. Let me play one voice note for you, because one dirty man send one voice note come give me today. And me not go play where me send go get him, but me go play where him send come give me. When basically I say is that when him hear Dr. Phillips and those people, I congratulate Nigel. Hold on, me go play me gonna hear. Hold on, me make sure the right voice note this. How dare you question the man? How dare you? Nigel.
Dr. Phillips supposed to be critical of Clarke. It's pure nonsense, Dr. Phillips. When my praise Clarke suffer. Huh? Why is it Dr. Phillips supposed to be critical of Clarke? Where Clarke leaving the economy now versus where he took it when he was minister? If you want to basically say congratulations from a personal standpoint, say Clarke has betrayed Jamaica, really. Right? Clarke was always looking at work, it would appear.
Wanna saw them lie and wicked, guys? Wanna saw them lie and wicked? This is a man who same the par read up a you, you know. Conrad O'Brien, you know, same the par read up a you. More want the people him up a you if you expel him. This is what him send come give me this morning. I tell me say, why Dr. Phillips appraised Nigel Clarke. So only hear the man appraise Nigel Clarke. What is wrong if you acknowledge your fellow countryman and say, congratulations? Where them want Dr. Phillips to go out there, go behave like a zoo animal like them. That they want the man to do. Dr. Phillips is a mature statesman. He's not gonna go out there and behave like a zoo creature, like a wild beast like them. That they want the man to do. So them a cuss Dr. Phillips now and say, where him gonna talk for? Where him gone out, they gonna congratulate Nigel. Boy, I mean, I know where them dirty people come from, you know. And that's why I say Nigel are the best thing for your brother, cause guess what? You have maybe a good 15 years, I would say, working years left. Because he's 52. Retirement age of 60 odd. So he maybe have one good 15 years left to work, you know, in his career. Me now working at them the hostile environment, they are 52. You must have rotted mad. I rather quit and live off of my savings. Them people are here, yeah.
One thing I can tell you, it's pure nonsense, Dr. Phillips. When my praise Clarke suffer. Huh? Why is it Dr. Phillips supposed to be critical of Clarke? Where Clarke leaving the economy now versus where he took it when he was minister?
Clarke leaving the economy. The man not leave the economy now we up, now we are worse than when him get it. And that them are people here try say Dr. Clarke mash up economy. We sure the man mash up economy. IMF I got take up somebody who mash up economy. You know, see them are idiot and fool and dunce.
If you want to basically say congratulations from a personal standpoint, say Clarke has betrayed Jamaica, really. Right? Clarke was always looking out.
Him betrayed Jamaica.
That I'm not happy with kudos that I see coming from.
Yeah.
One thing I can tell you is that I'm not happy with kudos that I see coming from some people who have served at very high level in the People's National Party for Dr. Clarke. Roston Hyman was my closing guest this afternoon. As a matter of fact, he actually called into the program. And I can tell you that he was livid. He took Clarke to pieces. He had a few harsh words for Dr. Phillips as well. What I tell you is that this move by Clarke deemed the government of Jamaica and other people, deemed them disqualified to critique or to criticize anyone of our people who decide to leave Jamaica. They don't have that moral authority to ask the question or even to beg anyone to remain here in Jamaica and the pittance that people are earning. Because if Nigel Clarke could be at such a level and he decided to take up a job overseas, and when you look at it, the driving force in him taking up this job, it's about money. Jamaica is below a recession right now. We have had 9 consecutive quarters of decline in economic recovery growth. 9. And it's 2 quarters define a recession. Natalie of that. Inflation was at 3%, 3.5%. Inflation is now at 5.7 or 5.7%.
Yes, Colonel Brian, good afternoon. The Vice President just come give me. So, like I said, you have a problem with Dr. Phillips and other outstanding and upstanding politicians like Mia Mottley, Prime Minister, who publicly wished congratulations for Dr. Clarke on his appointment to the IMF. Is that what you're saying? Because, you know, there's a time for politics and there's a time for country. And in this instance, it is absolutely and totally appropriate to wish Dr. Clarke congratulations and to stand up and be counted in the world and in the region as a Jamaican citizen. That's what this is about. And this takes a great level of intelligence to understand that this is not a time to play tribal politics. You understand? My position is congratulations to Dr. Clarke, and it is good to know that Jamaica is out there and Jamaica's name has been mentioned in, you know, such a situation. So I don't join you and Rise United and on a nasty style of politics because we don't have no boundary. And this is why the PNP is destroyed. This is why nobody's supporting Mark Golding, because you are some new aliens in our politics. You understand? So don't keep that to yourself.
Because
Lord Jesus, them are people here, I say them bad mind till them buck. Oh, they sleep at night time, man? No, sir. What they want from Nigel? Nigel, for tell him saying can't be the whole of them daddy. In can't be the whole of them, daddy. Them need to let go the man shirt. The man say, "Ma take up a job. Let go the man shirt." Jesus, Father. When hear the words that come out of that man mouth, them dey on radio. When call up a radio station name up there again. A 93 FM up a UA. When if you call up there and tell the people them say you don't want to hear Conrad O'Brien on the radio. Because him not up there yet, you're at the university, you know. The main university in the country, you know. And you carry a dirty tribalist news talk. Yeah, man, enough to call up a news talk and tell them say for run Conrad off a radio up there. You can't there the country's main university with your tribal politics and harass me. Harass me and terrorize me with your dirty thinking vice note them. I can call long doom and gloom pan the country, I tell lie pan the economy. And I curse the opposition leader of the country, saying shouldn't did wish the finance minister any congratulation. I tell lie pan the country and lie pan the finance minister. Me say that's why I say see Jamaica is too free of a society. Anybody can come and do what they want to do. You think say not any country in the world, Conrad could have do them something here and still sit down up at the university? Attack par radio. Them that run him out. The university is supposed to be a place where you have people who are neutral. Especially when they're coming out on the airwaves. Uno fi screen record this and send it go up a news talk and tell them so you don't want to hear this a wicked man up on the radio. You don't run him off of the radio from up there. I know him want up the talk on the radio, you know. You have other people up there. I have a schoolmate that work on the state. Yeah, man, enough to call them. Find their phone number and call them. Tomorrow call off their phone and tell them so only hear some sitting with Conrad attack and it don't represent what the university stands for. Some things when I see them talk. When time I come on to SSL, some sitting with me, some lie with me, then tell upon Nigel. Them people are not a boundary, man. And that then call you, intellectual ghetto. Lord Jesus. Me have one big woman friend, where I was reasoning with her the other day and she was saying to me, I'm glad I graduated from UWI when I did. She graduated from UWI from probably in the 80s, Yeah, man, born in the early 80s, she tell me. And she said she's glad. She said, when I look at UWI today, I am very glad that I graduated when I did. What a sad situation. When you can't have Conrad O'Brien Parade up there. A really intellectual get off a show. That is where the people in the country look to. For the best to hear from some of the best minds among us. Are the first year hear about news talk? No, man, them up there a good little while now. Them up there a good while now. I will make a phone there. Oh, Jesus. Well, as you can see, panic and they're fear mongering. And luckily you have majority of the population have sense. Thank God in a Jamaica, most of the people them not full. So we have contending voices, and that's what this platform is about. I know you have some people out here who are bringing down Nigel, saying he mash up the economy, and those extreme. Them are some extremists like them, like the Trump people, them. Yes, some extremists. You don't know what they're capable of doing. I mean, they're capable of anything. And that's why I have been very consistent and very forceful in my opinion that for Jamaica to elect these people, it is a very dangerous thing. Very dangerous. The one with the false lashes, them here, so them say she a teacher, you know. I want to see what she did on social media, though. I want to see what she did on social media, though. I did see the page of Jamaicans over here, so no go over there, go look. She have update on Campbell. When she used to date and did have woman, Lord God, she go figure lose her mind. I don't know how him angle woman bilious. And I saw them run back at them. I saw him use them to promote him. But him honeymoon phase over. Him honeymoon phase in a politics done can come show him true color. Dayton Campbell. Nothing about him. Nothing at all about him. What a shame and disgrace. You know PNP get them people here from, you know. Look like say PNP come out and recruit when some of the worst people them. Some of the worst people them are push up themselves to them a leader. And them a leadership quality. Are the worst crop of people them among us they recruited. When they look at Dayton Campbell, Ian Hales, you know, Peter Bunting, Mark Golding, Lord Jesus, man, little bit of blood. Eh? And talking about little bit of blood, let me just make a comment about Melissa. Somebody came on the platform last night and say, oh, the platform silent about Melissa. And the person sound like him upset. Understandably. And I'm saying, look here. When you know that this platform was the only platform really that really put up a strong advocacy for Melissa, because over here we're activists first. And this platform put up a strong advocacy for Melissa, even when some people were talking about it. But when it comes on to the politics now, them never sure if them should have continued to talk about it because them took a political position where them say them were against Andrew Holness and the government. And them say Mark Golding have no traction. So with this homicide here now, they have to make it worse. So then stop talking about Melissa. Well, we never take that position there. Over here, so we were consistent in our advocacy and we still are. So the person who was saying, oh, we not really talk about it no more, sir. We've exhausted our advocacy in this case to the point where Silvera was arrested, charged. After the autopsy came out, he applied for bail. When you see the protest go on the ground, when you see the protest on the platform here, when you see Silvera was denied bail. I believe he goes back to court sometime next month. And we are still of the view that Melissa must get justice. And just last week, I did a live where I was talking about how the JCF seemed to be failing her because there are more people involved in the homicide. I don't know if the JCF take them phone and listen to or look on where them did there and them something there. Dr. Dazu was called to the murder scene. There's more things to look at and more people to arrest. I talked about that about a week ago. So nobody on this platform no stop talk about or stop thinking about or stop advocating for Melissa. Right? But it's not something obviously that we can do every single day. But we've not let up and we've not changed our position. We still don't want Silvera to get any bail. We want Silvera to get sentenced to the maximum for what happened to this woman and them who help him. We know they helped him. All of them who went up there to Melissa house, them see the gunshot wound and them help to clean it up. Little bit of blood too. And that's why they come out called lie about aneurysm. The whole of them know about it. And we're not afraid for talk nothing over here. Today one man asked me, say, me not afraid. Me know I'm not afraid. Afraid of what? Me can't afraid of them, the people there. They were murderer, man. And they here to man a long time. Me attack it 4 years now. And me never afraid then, and me don't afraid. What's I'm afraid now? So, there's more people to be arrested. More people to be charged. Mark Golden should have been the main suspect. We're aiding and abetting this murder is concerned because he came out and wished condolence to Silvera and made it appear that Melissa died of natural cause. He was the first one to announce it before even the police and the mainstream media. Little bit of blood who come out, come say a little bit of blood in there, Melissa knows. And then when they asked her, she said the body, she said no, them supposed to in a problem too. But no worry on yourself because everything has been reported. Everything has been reported overseas. Because if them things say them are going to confirm the government and contact in a people's face, in the diaspora, diplomatically, I have no diplomatic relationship. All of the diplomatic people them over here, they know them a murderer because it reported. But we have not changed our stance over here. Everything remains the same. And we keep up. We keep up on what is going on. And I've told you guys what their plan is for Silvera to get away. They want to farm the government. And then when Bunting got into the security ministry, they want to use them influence to pick jury who are going to make Silvera get away. And that them a plan for do. They don't want him to go to prison. And that is very obvious because they have yet to expel him from the PNP, to say that they've expelled him. They've done everything to make it seem like, you know, we shouldn't be as passionate about it as we are. And them first come out, come make it look like the woman died of natural cause. That's why I can't like them. And they know say a Silvera shot the woman. Them a wicked man. But the person who asked a question there, no, we have not changed our minds about anything. We still hold the view that these people are murderer and a Silvera alone, and the rest of them must go down to them. Still hold that view. But from them find out that the PNP killer is stopped. Whole heap of them out on the social media here. I even heard one vlogger said that the police set up Silvera and that the police was trying to interfere and taint the thing to make it look like I am. And that's far from the truth. We heard from the former member of parliament, when name again, the man who come out and say Silvera tell him say him find Melissa slumped over. And them initially come talk about say the woman was found dead in her sleep and them damn fool. Me say, not never hurt me so yet, man. 6 months after the woman mother they then kill the woman. Weeks after Melissa get her insurance money, then kill Melissa. And then them go talk about say Juliet Holness named upon Melissa title and all them damn foolishness, them lie and wicked. They're not good for the country. Me telling you, say Jamaica is too free of a society because the things that these people have done in any other country, they would have been in prison. And it no matter if them are opposition leader, you see what happened to Donald Trump today? the Justice Department bring down some more charges upon him for the election interference. And this is why bad to bad. Me not really bring down America more than so. Them have them dirty style, yes. But when it comes down to justice, you stand a better freaking chance because these people in Jamaica, the society is too free. Which part else in the world Mark Golden could have go? Go tell the people them say the woman died and condolences to the husband and make it look like say the woman died from natural cause and the people them don't investigate him. Take away all him phone. Look into where he was at the time. Look into whether he spoke to Sylvia that night. Look into whether he went to the murder scene or all them something there. Jamaica not do that. They're not doing that because Mark Golden is a white man and him are the opposition leader. And that me not like with Jamaica. Bobby Montague come out. Well, Bobby Montague said Jamaica 411. Let me go back, go look. November come and go make 1 year. November the 10th. Since them do that to Melissa. And the people them so wicked. Them no got the woman funeral. They don't go to her funeral. Them know a long time what happened to her. But them couldn't afford to make the truth come out. Because if the truth come out, it's going to make Mark Golden look bad. And then want to get rid of Andrew. Them alone will want to get rid of Andrew. Then will want to get rid of Andrew. So then couldn't do what is right. Me not care what me talk over here, son, because none of them can call me name. None of them can run up in on me. What them do is an injustice. Me I try to find a Bobby Montague say. How are you there? Hold on there, guys. Me can't find it, you know. Can't find it. Me know somebody will tell me in the comment where him say, Jamaica 411, walk on. Thank you for joining. Yeah, man, I nearly 1 year. November, come make 1 year, November the 10th. And we're going to keep one big vigil over here for her. Guys, please give the live a thumbs up for me. Anyway, so where these people are concerned, when they're fixating on Nigel and talking them foolishness. I'm just telling you that piece of facts here. In 2019, the Jamaica Observer published that Bunting and his 5 allies of the Rise United movement, they were the lowest performers in the 2016 election. Remember good enough. Peter Bunting, the biggest political loser in the history of Jamaica, lost an internal election and lose his seat right back at that. The worst performing. Listen to this, guys. 6 known members of the Peter Bunting-led Rise United movement campaign. Hold on there. I feel bad having this man up on the screen with them. Mr. Chung, hold on. Let me just put up a loser them pan here, so. See them here. 6 known members of the Peter Bunting-led Rise United campaign team seeking to oust Dr. Peter Phillips from power in the People's National Party race next month, This was before the internal election. So the people who, 6 of them, how much of them? They say 6? Yes, 6 of them were among the 12 worst performers in the last general election based on overall margins. 3 of the 12 are known to be supporting Dr. Phillips, while the status of the other 3 was not immediately known, including the group that had less voter support was Bunting himself, while leading members of the campaign, including Ian Eales, Luther Buchanan, who saw their numbers drop significantly. I want to see Bunting, Eales, Luther Buchanan lose them seat, right? Them, they are the risers, them. The Bunting supporter with the widest margin shift from, let me read up on the part there. The Bunting supporter with the widest margin shift was Jolyon Silvera, the one who killed Melissa, who was trusted by now Minister of Mining and Transport, Robert Montague, in St. Mary Western. Yes, me tell you, say them rise are wicked and them a loser. Silvera beat Montague, you know. In a 2011, 9,693 votes to Montague. 9,466. No, 9,693 for Silvera and 9,466 for Bobby. So 227 votes Silvera win by them time there. And in the 2016 election, Montague come back and whop him 11,710 votes. And Silvera get 8,234. So Silvera lost by 3,476 votes compared to the win of 227 votes we get before. Biggest loser, you know. Me don't know why the loser them run go gravitate to Bunting. Me not understand why. From you look on them you know say a loser they support, you know. Me I must be the only woman in the world who know wear fake lash. Me can't do it. They look so damn fake. Not even when I go to a restaurant, not even if I see them on the fake lash, I not bother order no food, you know. Because I know a wardrobe out of there, sit out of there, yeah. Jesus Christ, I not like see it. Take it off my screen. Put up a loser, yeah. The biggest loser them. And them want to talk to Nigel now. Tell me, how does that work? Moderator, how you laugh, so? No, sir. Them is stoking fear, people. Them are stoke fear in the people, them. They tell the people, them, say, Jesus, Father, this guy a come down. Nigel Clarke a leave, with daddy a leave. The economy a go dead now. Problem now. And when Nigel did it, then cuss Nigel like dog. Then call Nigel black royalty. Then call Nigel black man from slave time who wanted to be like the master. Me say, God, you know wear pyjama. Me know say you know wear pyjama, Father God. Mr. Clarke and Mrs. Clarke, good son. Nigel Clarke. Nigel Clarke is not a perfect human being. We know that. But for them come tell the people them say, Nigel Clarke, them keep using this term, the colonial. When you hear what Bunting say, let me play because someone never over here last night. Look what the old dirty thinking wicked people them say about Mr. Clarke and Mrs. Clarke, good son. Eh? And look how the thing backfire upon them. Look here.
There's a part of us that likes the Nigel Clarke type. You know, here is a son of a judge, son of a teacher, who then became children's advocate, Rhodes Scholar, bright at math. I'm not sure if he succeeded as much, you know, as you would have thought his reputation has, and very, if you might say, British-esque in his persona and so on. What do you think are his kind of strengths or weaknesses, as you see it?
Well, I think Nigel is clearly somebody who is also, you know, has outstanding academic achievement and qualifications. In a sense, he reminds me of the black Englishman of colonial times, where the sort of who aspired to be sort of black royalty. You know, somebody like Hugh Small's father, Justice Small, was spoken about in those ways. You had somebody like Ludlow Moody, Dr. Ludlow Moody, who was Norman Manley's brother-in-law, very much in that sort of mold, you know, the Esquire type. The Esquire type, you know, great English, British education, and sort of, in a sense, mimicking the values and the affectations of the former colonial masters. So, you know.
You hear what I'm saying? Nigel is mimicking. Nigel is mimicking Jesus, Father, the former colonial master. Lord Jesus, me still can't come to terms. Because I can't believe how them could have really stand up and say that out loud. Or them could have said that out loud. Let me tell you now a little story. You know, so one time, you know, my little girl went to an Adventist school. And when my mother first come from Jamaica, my mother cooked some pork one time. I did Thanksgiving, and my mother cooked some pork. Now, my daughter go over her school now, her Adventist school, you know, and she must do her lunch and attack, and I tell the people them about say, her grandmother cook pork. Now, you know, me go over there, go pick her up from school and hear the argument, me shame like dog, you know. Because really and truly, me no name pork, me no cook pork, but we were having some friends over at Thanksgiving, so my mom made some pork and they ate pork. So for she go over there, got taught that now for come disgrace me, you know. She was like 6 years old. So, you know, so me that forgive her the talk for say, me no want tell her say, she must lie, because me not believe in a lying. But me say, it's not everything what happening in your house. You must go out a road, go talk. Sometimes you must know what to talk and what not to talk. I am not saying you must lie, but sometimes it's not everything you must open your mouth and talk. And you see, from me tell my daughter that lesson there, she know when she go out, she don't talk, you know, inappropriately, I'm saying. And even now, when she meet people, you know, they will say that she's very quiet. But when them get to know her, she talks, she become a real talker. But she will never open her mouth and say anything inappropriate from I taught her that lesson. And I am saying that to say, even as adults, we know that when we are in a public space, some things we just don't open our mouth and say. And for these two losers, Garnet Roper, who was supposed to be a pastor man, you can see how intentional they were as they were standing there denigrating a fellow Jamaican. What a loser. What a set of losers. And you see how God work? Right now, none of the two of them is a non-entity, persona non grata, the two of them. And they use their mouth and do the man so. And for what? No reason. They were just standing there telling the people why the people should support a Keisha Hale over a Nigel Clarke. You know, you them talk nothing good about Keisha Hale, you know. And you can see that style of politics trickling down to the Dre Brian and them kind of people they were over TikTok a blog for them now. And them style of politics that them come with. And that's why I say, people, I am here to give you the information in there. But you see, if you don't want to go and put these low life, low energy, low grade, these psychopathic, sociopathic people in our government, a full business that, you know. Just remember what Buju say, you know. Who can afford to run will run, you know, but what about those who can't? Me go play one look record in your son, then me go close off. This was the response of some Jamaicans. It was sort of a mixed reaction regarding Nigel Clarke's, you know, pending departure. And, you know, some people say, yeah, it's good, while other people are saying something different. And that's okay for people to have different opinions. Let me see if I have it. Hold on. Wait there. All right, my fine. Hold on. Let me just get the right volume. All right, guys. What you're gonna hear now is a survey that was done where, you know, people, journalists, I guess, they went around and asked Jamaican people how they felt about Nigel Clarke's departure. So have a listen to what folks said. Here goes.
They're wishing him.
Finance Minister, I've really admired him. I'm very happy for the step he has taken. Growth has been significant. He is strident. He is brilliant. He is balanced. We'll miss him dearly. He has contributed significantly to the development of Jamaica, so we're really going to miss him, but wish him all that is good, because he deserves what is good.
It is going to be a big loss to our country. He's a brilliant mind that has been recognized internationally. There's no doubt about that. I don't know how he'll be replaced or by who, but I wish him well. On a path of growth, we have to embrace it and just move on.
But I think that it would at least open up the position to somebody who may be a bit more innovative. Basically, getting some fresh blood in, which I think is usually a good thing. I believe that also the change that he's doing is going to be very beneficial.
He was a very good finance minister, and I am sure that the government has made the proper arrangements to fill his place. It's a position, I think, that's well deserved.
It's definitely going to weigh on the election prospects next time, because they've lost probably the most prominent single minister that was out there, the one that everybody viewed positively as doing a good job. So it's going to be rough.
Others say the appointment is historic for the country.
This will do well for the country. I think it promotes the island, or the island of 3 million persons. To me, it's a step in the right direction, where a son of the soil can be used to act in a position of such. That's what we strive for, and we strive for the highest.
Well, I think it's good because it's a promotion, and I'm sure that Jamaica will benefit eventually.
But there are others who are questioning his appointment.
Find out what is the reason for him to leave. Is it a financial issue or what? If he's remunerated properly and decide anywhere that one other side, would he?
This is his country, and he ran away to the IMF, who sucked so much from us already out of our asset. I don't understand. I would love to hear from him, but that not help we. You know. It's good for him individually, not us, not the country.
Meanwhile, some of the citizens our news team spoke with shared their frustration with the country's current state of affairs.
2 carat, what, 500 or 800 or 800 carat? Yeah, afford that and a 2 carat nothing about something I don't think you reach $1.5 and a $1,200 for that. That you understand me? As far as me
Yeah, guys. So you have people that say, you know, Nigel, we're glad for you. Go on, go do it. Nothing wrong. It's a good thing for your country, you know. We're gonna miss you. And you have people that say, boy, what motivated him? And of course, you have the people them who are complaining about, you know, the cost of living. You know, I can't tell you know what it costs me for shopping for my household where food alone is concerned. But I can tell you it's very significant from what it used to cost, you know, during COVID time. I don't depend on welfare, you know. So I not a welfare I get a month time from government. You understand? And certainly, you know, content creating cannot pay my bills or buy my food. But it is a global phenomenon where the cost of living has gone up. And you just have to deal with it. You understand? I mean, I don't know what Jamaica is gonna do. I don't know how much control Jamaica had, and I'm talking about the government. How much control they had over the cost of living going up. You understand? But certainly not hear not come from the opposition in terms of what could have been done or should have been done where the cost of living is concerned. One of the methods that can be used, you know, which is a global thing, is to make sure that people are not price gouging, you know. One of the things that Jamaica should have done a long time ago as well is to become independent where food is concerned. Stop importing so much food, you know, but that's something that we have to work on collectively as a society, right? So me not get the price tag on them bus here. Me want to know if anybody know tell me in a comment. Them 100 bus here will come in, how much for them? Because to the risers, them and Dayton Campbell, them what them to love tell lie on people. They say the government thief, and if the government thief, where the hell them get money by so much bus? Where they get money buy and ship so much bus? Who want the price tag for them bus here? 3.5 billion? Jamaican or US? 5 billion? No man, you no come with some serious figures. Come with some serious figures. How much for them eat per bus here? Guys, please give the live a thumbs up. Remember when you no come over here and I get good content, I'm not stress out on nothing no money. So the least you can do when you no come over here just to please hit the like button. They have spent 5 billion on 170 buses. Is it 170 buses or 100 buses? On the weekend, carrots in the market was $180, $200. I don't know. I come from a farming family, you know, guys, so never really depend the receiving in Jamaica. You understand? But common sense, so that tell you, say, I remember, say, when we grew up, you know, we never have no whole heap of supermarket, you know, to go shopping. So most of way back in the day, a market we go. You understand? So, people just have to learn to be thrifty, you know. People have to learn to be thrifty and find new ways to make their money stretch. Remember, we don't really have a big welfare system in Jamaica, like foreign. America is one of the biggest welfare system in the world. I forget welfare in America, you got to be dirt poor. You have to have, you know, you have to have like almost no income, or the income where you have supposed to be below the what they call the poverty poverty line or poverty level. $170 buses. At first, me I say 170. You say 100. Let me see. 100 buses come one time. Oh, so they didn't all come at the same time. It's 100 buses. 70 a few months ago and 100 a few days ago. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yes, so the thieving label what them a put on the government. If them thief, where them get the money to buy them bus here? And one thing when you not go hear over the platform, you see me? When you not go hear me come out here, come talk, wanna go so, forget likes and shares and ads. Me not do that. I rather come out here and talk and not run no ads. But me not come out here and tell a lie. Me not come out here and tell a lie for nobody. When me see what some vloggers stoop to, it is so pathetic and so pitiful. It's really sad. And people come out here and portray themselves to be, the moral police of Jamaica, and they want a better Jamaica, and them want to see corruption go away, and them want it. What would that be like? Then come out here and tell. So they're not a credibility neither. Them not a credibility. So burial for the way the price of carrot, all people so don't. Talking about burial, Jamaica for glad. So burial never liquid like what it is supposed to. You understand? But tomorrow night, I want to come out here, come show you some damages were done to my friend business place in a Westmoreland. She asked me how she can get assistance. I want somebody to tell me how my friend can get some assistance. Remember say over here, JPU made a donation. When the government asks for donation or fundraising, we make a donation for people at Jamaica get help. Now, of course, we know so a donation not going to help every single Jamaican, but we believe in the fundraising and we believe in the efforts and we do our part as patriotic Jamaicans, whether we're upon the soil or overseas. We do a part. I'm showing you the receipts that we donate, right? So now me, I go come out here, come do a program tomorrow, and my friend is going to be anonymous. I'm not going to share her identity with the public here, but I am doing it because I want to know how she can get some help. She's not a handout somebody. It's just that she was in the path of the storm and her entire business got damaged. How can she get some assistance? I've been asking this now for a little while. So I'm going to come and show you the damage because she sent me all of the picture and video them. So I'm going to come and show the damage them. I'm going to tell you who is our MP too. So the number going across the bottom of the screen. If anybody can tell me how she can get some assistance, I would appreciate it. And maybe I won't even have to do that program tomorrow. But may I come put out our story out here. And may I tag the Gleaner Observer and every media because she forgets some help. Where in Westmoreland she's from? I want the community name. I don't remember, you know. I don't remember. I forgot to ask her. Go to ministry. of Labor and Social Security. Really? Okay. Ministry of Labor still have a program assisting persons who was badly damaged. The minister was giving out checks to people today. So she need to go to the Ministry of Labor. Because me I think she should go to our MP now. Our councillor, you know. Ministry of Labor and Social Security, she has to apply. Okay. It's rather ironic that the group in the diaspora who call the government corrupt thief a brown paper bag of money. Jesus, Father, what a disgrace. For see where them the people they come to know. After all the t-shirts with them print that talk about crime and corruption and one bag of sitting. You know, say all of them money they were then use for do that. You know, say them could have full up one plane and go to Jamaica for go have dialogue with the government or go protest or what they want to do. Everything went down the drain with this disgraceful situation playing. When you go over Jamaica 411, go hear the saga. Because Jamaica 411 put it all into perspective. And I am hearing that people are planning to call IRS on the man what named Rattigan. Because me say people are complaining about the money we then donate and one bag of sitting. But you see, we can't start for people like them there, you know. Because if you see people out here, so them are deal with a certain cause. First thing, look at who they affiliate with. Look at the people who they are complaining about. You have to look at all these variables before you go put your money and your effort into things. So uno the people me say uno, me talk about the donors. Them me no know people do things so. Me have to look into things before me go sign my name on it. Or go put my signature on it. She can contact Ministry of Labor. Alright, me go tell her you know. I'm not giving my money to no one who I don't see. Or she can't find the MP. I think she tell me say she called the MP, but she didn't get no response, you know. So I'm going to tell her to deal with the Ministry of Labor. Labor Minister Pernell Charles Jr. Contact him or the ministry. 400,000 has been paid out to hurricane burial victim each. Alright, make I just take a picture of this. Take a picture of this and send it go give her. Thank you for the information. Oh, sorry. My phone fell. Thank you for the information. Parish Manager Office. Alright. Let me take a screenshot of that one here too. They were trying to bring down the government. Not just the government, but they were trying to bring down the country. And that's why I'm telling you, say, the protests were then go on with in Washington, D.C. No media in America did not cover them. No media in America. The only people who cover them are the local media. All right, look on the people them were protesting in America about the Gaza and Palestinian war. Them the people they get press time. The journalists them in America write about them and them protesting in America. Because what you have is a war situation. You have people are dead, how much people are dead. You understand? So they get media coverage. But the so-called diaspora people, them wear print t-shirt and a all up sign in Washington. Them not get no press time, no media, nobody no write about them. Because the people, them and the intelligence people, them we look on them and them behavior, they know say politics. They know say politics them a bring over in the diaspora to undermine the government. You think them not know? And with all of that, the IMF appointed a Jamaican. That really should be a slap in the face to them, because that shows now that what they are saying and trying to undermine Jamaica and undermine the government, the people them now look on them because they know say politics them are deal with. Your son made a donation to Rattigan. I want conk your son in the head. Papa Jesus, Lord God. Then where your son have to say now like how the whole thing about out here now? No, sir. Me I go ask her. Me I go ask her our exact location. What a disgrace, man. I am wondering how this person didn't know about the Hurricane Beryl grant that the government has been giving out. Westmoreland is indeed a strange parish. I think she hear about it, but she did not know where to go to get the assistance. I think that's the problem. Because what I have seen on social media, them say that them might give out the money or the help or whatever. But when we're reading at the article, it did not say where the people them should go and get the help. So me couldn't relay that information there to her. So that's why I was going to put up our story on here and see if somebody could assist her to, apply and get the help that she needs. Everything in our place mash up. Ceiling come down. All our equipment, them, all our, our items, them what she's selling there, everything mash up. She just want a little start. And I want a woman will deal with handout. Is an independent person, have our local business there all along. She have her house too. But where her house is located, she didn't get any damage to her house. It's just a business place. And you know how it go now. If her business is she not a business, then say our house and our livelihood are in a problem. So to avoid one more person to put in the poverty category, she need help. Yeah, me tell her to keep the picture of them and the video them. I'm going to tell her. Me don't know which part of the office they for the labor office in Westmoreland. Me don't know where it is, but I think she may be able to find out. The farmers are the ones who price their product. That's why the government to make sure that they not price gouge and have let. They cannot price gouge. But let me tell you something. You see, sometimes we can't too hard on the farmers, them, because you see, when Jamaica import food we can produce in a Jamaica, that make it hard upon the farmer, them, And that's why I say, you see, that's something here with the importation of food, we have to address it. We have to address it. I know people who left the farming business because, they're competing with, importation. Me come from the farming family where when you see the market truck them, I come from country at Thursday night time and them I leave Kingston for go back a country most a Sunday night. And them the kind of family them I come from, I put them product. Them not go market, but them sell them product to people who go to market because them produce yam and produce Irish and all of them something there. And people me used to know used to go market and them something them stop. Some of them say better them go up on farm work. Because why? They're competing with the importation of things that they can produce. That's stupid. And you see, if we can lower our food bill, We can save a lot of money. That's one of the things I admire about Cuba, you know. And not just with food alone, a whole heap of things. Cuba no bother with no importation of a whole heap of things. So, somebody say it's the counselor. Go down a Savlamar. I will give her the information. There needs to be a serious price gouging policy. If anybody a price gouge, them need to stop it. But in the same breath, we need to address our food importation. Today, one of my family called me, and we are reason. I may say, you know, back in the days when you got a country, you could have get some coffee easily, no problem. But right now, people, may I tell you no, whole heap of people stop farm. Right now, one time I got a country, we have to go buy instant coffee. Me not like that. We used to have a coffee, always have coffee. Because everybody drink coffee in the yard. And them parch them coffee, put on coffee, always did it. But everybody grew up on, you know, I mean, we still have skilled farmers, even the women in my family. They farm. But certain things, you know, they just don't do anymore. We need to talk. One of them day, I'm going to do a program on that. Look at our food bill and see the things them what we import in a Jamaica, where food is concerned. Government needs to have limited price control on some basic foods. Yeah, for sure. And you see some of the things that we are importing in Jamaica, say our food, trust me, it is very bad for our health. Because some of the things, even me in America, me not name them there. Me not name them. Where I live, there's a farmer's market, which means that people who do farming, them come out with them produce in this outdoor market, and you can go there and buy stuff. I'm lucky to, you know, be near a place like that. There's a farmer's bureau near where I live. You know, people who want to farm, they can go in there, go get loan and all kind of something. So farming is a thing, you know, in my community where I live. But some of the things them when them a ship come to Jamaica in a can, and some of them seem they have the high sodium, them unhealthy. So we have to talk about that one of these days. It's not that they don't bother to import. Cuba is under an embargo. That's one of the reasons why importation is limited. We know that they're under an embargo, but from a very long time, them not really import a lot of stuff. They have people who could have imported stuff to them. I have a friend who went to medical school in Cuba, and he would tell me that the way that them operate over there, whatever them have, them just make do with it. You know, them share crop and stuff like that. Imported food is full of me not tell you, man, it's a dangerous thing. One little boy we used to go to my church, you know. Me see him at the gas station with there. And his father is a medical doctor. His father come from Jamaica and his mother come from Dominica. We used to, well, our kids grew up in the same church. They're like, that little boy there, about 2 years older than my daughter. Anyway, we pull up in at the gas station and I see him. I sell some magazine, book like. I never know say him, a little boy grow tall, him is a twin. So when he come up to the car now, after me done pump the gas, he come to the car and him say, you know, him have some books I sell for try help him through college. So I look up and I say, how are you doing? You know, we talk a little bit. He might tell me saying they are college in a Puerto Rico. But he might try sell some magazines in his spare time. Because you know, summertime now him come back home. So I say, all right, I go buy one of them from him. So I give him the $15 and buy the magazine, the book. The book, when me looking at the book, is a book where say, you know, Adventist people are big on food and the food that they consume. And the book basically I tell you, say food can be medicine and it can be poison. So me come home and I look through it now, and it I tell you what you must eat for certain ailments, and you know it's telling you how toxic some foods can be and how processed food. I say me glad me buy it. That is something that will be in my house forever. One of my friend come over here, and she had a little medical problem recently, and me show her it and tell her to try and reach out to the little boy and buy one copy for herself. So food is something we can cure with people and keep we healthy, but if we're not careful, we can be consuming things that can harm us. We may not even know it. And that's why coming from a farming family, I am always of the opinion that you cannot go wrong when you just condition your body and your mind. Say certain food you're not going to eat. And it's a psychological thing too. Because when your mind and your body get so used to eating the fast food and the processed food and the heap of sugar and them something that were not natural and so forth, it's a hard thing to withdraw from. May I tell you no? So me not really deal with canned food, and even some of the food them were in the can over here, you know, come from Jamaica. Me not name them, you know. No, me not name them aki in a can and all that. No, sir. Me not name not a can. Natural plant-based diet is the way. For sure. Remember one time I go on one diet where me cut off sugar for about a good month, you know. I was one of the hardest things I ever do in my life. And I remember me drop off my daughter at school one morning and our teacher called me in a private and she said, come here. Me go to her, she said, did you lose a lot of weight recently? I say, yes. But me never noticed it like how she noticed it because she hadn't seen me in a while. Because, you know, you drop off your kids, you're always on the run. But just cutting out sugar alone, guys, I one of the most dangerous thing. We have to be careful. You don't want to know, no one make it alive. Well, that is true, but you can get a premature death, premature illnesses, and them sitting there. And it doesn't need to be that way. I stopped using sugar from 2015. Do you see it? When me there at Jamaica, you know, and my father used to send barrel come at Jamaica. My father first migrate. And he send barrel come. And him send the granulated sugar in there. Me never used to use the sugar, you know. Sugar is a drug. Yes. Sugar feeds cancer as well. The import stuff them cheaper than the local things them. One of the most powerful thing is knowing how to farm. That's one of the most important thing. And you don't have to be a big farmer. Yes, if you can know, for you know the soil and you know if you plant one little something, is a very powerful thing. That's something that, you know, should be taught to everybody in school. Sugar is not good if you can get rum from sugar. Lord Jesus. If you can't get rum from sugar, when you know that rum there at Jamaica. When my brother did that, I'm going to keep him 9 nights at Jamaica. And the rum done. And the people them say, go over the shop there, so go buy one sitting one named John Krabati. And when I go buy it and see how the rum do the people them, I say, God almighty. I don't know how people turn rum head. No, sir. Anyway, guys, me go come go in here now. I will talk to no one at a time. If you're just joining, please hit the like button. Tonight over here, we're talking about the people who are the alarmists, lie, come on social media just, saying and doing things to undermine, but nothing to uplift our country. That's all they do, right? These are some serious times. Be careful where you get your information. Be careful what you donate to. Be careful who you interact with, because them are people wicked plus tax. Right? Congratulations again to Nigel Clarke. I know Nigel can't wait for lift up out of this dirty cesspool of politics that we have in Jamaica, And our job is to help change it. Okay? So, I will catch up with you guys another time. Take care of yourself and thank you for joining. Make sure you're sharing our content, guys. Thank you.
It is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey. Move out my way.
No way we can ever support this guy to be in such an important role. And so if it takes speaking at a Democratic convention to beat him, to get my party back, to get my country back, then so be it. That's what I'm willing to do.
Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Jamaica land, we